Welcome back, listeners, to Dark Dialogue. Now, this episode is going to feel a lot different, and honestly, it comes out of something that didn't go at all the way that I had it planned. On New Year's, we tried a live show. Multiple guests, music, video, the whole thing. First time running that kind of setup, and it showed. It was messy, but in the middle of it all, there were some really good conversations, and one in particular that really mattered, and it deserves to stand on its own. So that's what this is. This is my interview with Joe Warren, the songwriter behind the JJ Hawk Band. Now, I could sit here and run through the standard bio, but that's not really what this is about. What makes the JJ Hawk Band different, at least from where I sit, isn't just the sound, it's how they approach what they're building. They produce their own work through Hawk Studios. They control it, they shape it, and they stay close to it from start to finish. And because of that, there's a level of authenticity that's impossible to fake. It's not manufactured. It's not filtered through 10 different layers of people. It's theirs. It belongs to them. And that matters for what we do here, because over time, this turned into something more than just, hey, can we use a track? They made the decision to let their music be a part of something bigger than both of us. Every episode we end with a victim tribute. That's not filler. That's not an outro. That's the part that matters the most in the story. That's where we try, however imperfectly, to give something back, to put the focus where it belongs. And the JJ Hawk Band stepped into that wholeheartedly with us. Their music is now part of those moments, not for exposure, not for promotion, but as a contribution to something that is meant to last, something meant to honor people whose stories don't get to end the way that they should have. That's a different kind of collaboration. It's not about the podcast. It's not about the band. It's about creating something for someone else that carries weight and hopefully stays with people long after the episode ends. And that's what this conversation is really about. This is where it all kicked off, and I'm still as excited about this relationship with the band that I was on New Year's Eve. So here is my interview with Joe Warren from the JJ Hawk Band.
Together through what we made. Every fall rewrites the rules. Still we burn. Separated souls, nowhere, no claim, no returning, yet not the same. Between the truth and what we hold, forever turns on. Separated
We do have something kind of exciting that we can talk about tonight. We'll be talking about it throughout the night, but do you want to talk about the new development with...
Or do I want to let you talk about it?
I don't know.
I'll let you talk about it. I'm still trying to figure this out over here.
Okay, so the new development is Dark Dialogue is kind of I don't know, we call it like we've kind of partnered. We've agreed to kind of work together.
Yeah.
With a freaking awesome band called the JJ Hawk Band. This is from one of their albums. They're available on Spotify. I know they're available on, where else are they available?
All the places.
They're available everywhere.
They jumped on Podbean too, so they're all the places.
Oh, so they're all over the place. Yeah. And they're freaking awesome. We've got some of their music that we'll be playing tonight. And I do believe that somebody from the band is going to be joining us tonight, potentially.
Yeah, I think the writer,
The
songwriter.
The songwriter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really freaking exciting.
Yeah.
Their music is right up my alley. You know, it's my kind of music. And I guess we can just take a second and we can play a little snippet of it when
Sure.
you're trying to get your thing to work.
Yeah, I don't know that you're gonna be able to trust me to do this.
No. All right. So this is a song of theirs called Glass Kingdom. And like I said, they're available on Spotify. So check this out and I'll see if I can get Angela's camera running.
Rise above the silence. Walls are closing in. Every crack reminds us where the fire's been. Voices shake the shadows. Thunder in the crowd. We were built to crumble, but we'll never bow. Feel the ground begin to
That is somebody joining us in Riverside. That's what that is.
Hey.
So this is the writer for JJ Hawk that we were discussing earlier. Welcome aboard, sir.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Great. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Good. Happy New Year's.
And to you.
Thank you. So, you know, like we discussed earlier, we're really excited about this. We've been plugging the band tonight so far throughout the show. We will keep doing so, but why don't you take just a minute and just kind of tell us about JJ Hawk?
JJ Hawk started really a few years ago. Myself and Jared met, found we had a lot in common and began to write together. And we wrote a ton of songs based on real life experiences, because we kind of had the same kind of mindset.
Sure.
We both had the same sort of religious beliefs, political beliefs, all that kind of thing. And we just kind of wrote from the heart, and basically all the music is from the heart. And so the latest album actually is called Music from the Heart. The others came aboard a couple of years later. Danny, the lead vocalist, Chris, the male vocalist, guitarist, Jared, who's bass, and then the brothers, Sam and Colton.
Okay.
And so right now everybody's spread to the four winds for Christmas, for the holidays.
Sure. Yeah.
Which leaves you with me, the writer. Yeah, we got together, and I always equate it to lightning in a bottle. One of those things that just comes along and it's exactly right at the right kind of time. And so they basically turned our ideas into what they are, you know, and we're kind of chuffed that people actually like the music. I mean, I write for what I know.
Sure.
Which is everything that comes from me, from Jared, and we bounce ideas off of each other. So it's a very pure kind of music because it all means something.
Yeah, I mean, it really struck me when Angela first brought this up, and I was thinking, you know, I mean, I play guitar and stuff like that, but I'm I mean, I'm definitely a rocker at heart, and so I was thinking, okay, what is she bringing me? And so then,
There's no telling ever.
she shared the name, and so I jumped on and I was listening. I was like, wow, this is freaking badass. This is right up my alley. So, I mean, your music is exactly the kind of music that I really gravitate to and have listened to my whole life. And so it really struck a chord with me. And then I got really excited about this whole little venture, for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
We feel very, very privileged that you'd want to use our music, and we're all very thankful for that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, we're the same way. We're honored that you would trust us with that. And I don't know if you've listened to the show, but we do like the victim tributes and stuff. And we've discussed a little bit about interweaving your music with the victim tributes. And it's just an exciting time for Dark Dialogue. We hope it is for JJ Hawk as well. And so, kicking off the new year with this, it's exciting.
The same way. Yeah, we feel exactly the same way.
Well,
I'm
good.
looking forward to the podcast.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the podcast.
Good. Yeah. I mean, we'll get right on it. This New Year's show is taking the majority of my time trying to put together 6 hours worth of content and everything. And so our posting schedule is a little bit off, but we'll get back on our regular schedule, next week and start kicking out some episodes and including your guys' music on it. And yeah, we're excited. So do you have any
anything we can do to help? We're happy to do so.
Do you have any live venues coming up, or how can our listeners? We said that you were on Spotify and pretty much everywhere music is, but where can our listeners find and listen to JJ Hawk?
They can go to Bandcamp, bandcamp.com, iHeart Radio, Amazon, Spotify.
Pretty much everywhere.
We're pretty much everywhere.
All the places.
All the places.
Yeah. Apple Music. So anywhere that you normally digest that kind of stuff. So
perfect. And then you have a new album dropping. Is that correct? Or you just dropped a new album?
We have on the 5th a new EP of 3 songs, which is What Remains, Deliver Me, and I can't remember the third one.
Tainted Destiny.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's one other one that's being dropped. It's after that, but there's a third 3 which tells a story. It's like the breakup.
Okay.
What comes after the breakup, and how do I survive the breakup?
Oh, that's awesome. What a freaking cool idea.
Yeah. It wasn't that way when we first decided to do it, but yeah. There was a fair few goes around, and should we do this? No, we're going to do this. But eventually we got it right, and it came out really well. And then Tainted Destiny is due out, I think, the 13th.
Okay.
I think it's pre-save on the 6th and due out on the 13th. I could be wrong.
Well,
Okay.
we have a little sneak peek of it.
We do have a little sneak
You
peek
do?
of it. So, I mean, that kind of reminds me of The Who and kind of telling a story throughout your songs. And that's a really cool idea.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we played around at the beginning of the year, and I wanted to do a Bond song, James Bond song,
Yep.
but reimagined as we would do it. So we actually did one, and it was hanging around. It's been hanging around since early February. And I finally got around to remastering it and doing it. And now that's ready as well. So that will be coming out. And there's a couple of other new ones that have now been finished and should be coming out soon as well. So it's going to be a busy time for us.
Oh, it sounds like it's extremely busy.
Yeah. There's a lot of plans in the works, but everybody's off now for their holidays, and they're with family and sort of spread to the 4 winds.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
we're not back in the studio now till possibly end of January, maybe February,
Okay.
because we worked pretty much all of last year with brief exceptions, we were in the studio laying down new tracks and various little tiny bits and thinking, can we use that? And does that work? So it takes a long time, but yeah.
Right on. And so, is the band touring at this time, or is it just releasing studio albums right now?
They did a European thing early last year, just end of the year before, where they played some venues across Europe, but very small venues. We wanted to do the very, the close knit thing, not big venues.
Sure. Yeah.
So they played a few dates. They did a thing in Ireland, France, Germany, I believe.
Nice.
So that was the only touring there. And I mean, we don't really have any plans to do touring this year. We're consolidating what we want to do in terms of the music.
Sure.
But we've been pretty prolific in terms of releasing music this year.
Yeah. Looks like it. Looking at your catalog,
I think there's 80 today. I think there's 83.
Wow.
83 songs. Yeah.
And I have to imagine that the music industry has changed fundamentally, kind of like everything else, to where, when I was growing up in the 80s and stuff, if a band didn't tour, nobody knew who they were. But now it seems like you can just kind of self-promote, and the touring isn't as critical as it used to be.
True. In fact, what was it the other day? I was seeing, I don't know if you know Garbage, which is a British band. They did a Bond theme song as well. They just finished their North American tour, and they just said, we're not going to be doing it anymore because it's just too expensive. And it really doesn't, it doesn't pay for us to do it in North America.
Yeah.
Which was kind of sad, but, that is the state of the music business.
Yeah, it's really sad.
We're kind of really lucky in that we're not directed by high power labels or anything like that. We have complete autonomy, which was something that we really wanted when we started this, because we didn't want that kind of interference or any kind of interference. We wanted to be pure enough that it was the music before anything else.
Absolutely. And you hear so many horror stories of so many bands that signed with a label because they wanted to get their foot in the door and wanted to get known and lost everything through the process.
We're not that way inclined. I mean, we started the label ourselves.
That's awesome.
Hawk Studios is the record label, which is Jared and me.
Yeah.
So we made sure that the music was protected. And if it does well, it does well. But I mean, at the end of the day, the music is still ours, and it's made by us for the fans that we have and people that like it. I mean, I can't say that, every person that listens to it is going to love it. I'd like to, but I wouldn't do that. It's for them to listen and decide what they think, if it talks to them. And that's really what the music is about. Does it talk to you? Does it say something to you? Does it make you feel something?
Yeah, I mean, that's such an awesome perspective. And it's one I don't think a lot of musicians share. I think the focus for a lot of musicians is get famous, get rich. And it just, I don't know. I so much music that I listen to today that's coming out it's just copy paste. You can change the name and you can't tell any difference between the songs. It drives me crazy.
That's where I hope that we make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard that, with your guys' stuff at all. And it speaks to me when you have a musician that is writing their own stuff. They don't, have a writer that is, completely absent from the band and completely off on their own, and they're just buying these songs because it just seems to fit their style. it's actually coming from your heart as the writer. And I just think it's really cool. It's awesome.
Well, like I said, I had this conversation with Shandy the other day. It's not. I don't believe that songwriting is a one-person skill. I think anybody can do it. You just have to be able to speak to the other side of your soul. You have to be able to listen and say, right, I can honestly write this. I can honestly say this.
Right. Yeah.
And if you do it, no matter what you put down, it's right. That's my perspective on it. But
Well, I think-
keep getting told that.
I think you got it right, at least from my perspective, and the music that I like, that's definitely what I've always gravitated towards, and I've always had a tremendous amount of respect for the songwriters that, that are writing about what matters to them and not just what they think is going to sell during this hype phase.
Right.
No, I think every song that we do, it speaks to a certain point in one of our lives or an event that happened. It's never just a song for the song's sake.
Right.
And when you have, say, 5 people, working in close proximity, that's a lot of stories.
Oh man.
I don't think we've really scratched the surface yet. I think we've got a lot more that we can tell, a lot of stories that we can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's very much, I think, going back to the core of how so much great music was actually written, going back to the Beatles, going back to Sabbath, these guys used to just lock themselves away.
Now you're talking my people.
Right. Yeah. And they would just lock themselves away and speak music to each other. And then we'd all get to see what came out on the other side. And it was exciting and it was cool and it meant something. And you don't get a lot of that anymore.
Like I said, we're very privileged. We all feel privileged that, you want to use this with the stories that you tell. We're very grateful for that.
Well, we're excited. We're super excited. So any big New Year's Eve planned or go to bed by 9?
Watch the ball drop in New York City and
Yeah, watch the ball drop in New York City.
There you
get
go.
up early and watch the football game.
Yeah, and there's a soccer game tomorrow for Wrexham.
Oh, right on.
Wrexham.
Very cool.
So
Well,
4:30 in the morning, I'll be up watching that, and hoping that
Holy
they do
cow.
one against Blackburn.
well, right on. Well, we really appreciate you guys jumping on with us tonight. It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys, listening to your music, and us at Dark Dialogue, we're super excited about this. And so, thanks for joining us. And have a wonderful New Year's.
Yeah.
You too. The band does have an Instagram page if people go ahead and search that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
there is a
Tell us
message.
everything.
There is a message on there, I think, from Danny, the lead singer. She's posted a message, I think, for Christmas and now for New Year's. Shandy, it's she mentioned you. She credits her as being the sixth member, the unsung sixth member of the group.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
I think I sent you the link. You'll have to go and see it.
Yeah, and let us know. We can drop it in the show notes as I do my post-production work on this. I can drop the link in the show notes so our listeners can find it and everything.
Yeah. Oh, and we sent some pictures to Shandy and from the studio today. So
Okay, cool.
but
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, we'll let you
the
guys
Instagram
go.
page is JJ
What's
Hawk.
that?
The Instagram page is just JJ Hawk.
Just JJ Hawk on Instagram.
Yeah. If you just
Hawk
search JJ
with a
Hawk.
K. Because
Yeah.
I did find JJ Hogg.
Oh yeah, I did come across that too. JJ Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're blues rockers.
Yeah. So we're looking for Hawk with a K.
Like the bird.
We're the JJ Hawk band. So
Okay.
you'll find it on
Perfect. Yeah, we'll let everybody know, and we're really looking forward to working with you guys through this new year.
Same here. Definitely for us as well.
All right. Well, have yourselves a wonderful New Year's, and we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank you for
take care.
joining us.
Have a good night.
You too. All right. Okay. So that again was the JJ Hawk Band joining us. I mean, I thought that conversation was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was really exciting. I'm super stoked about this whole endeavor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am too. And a lot of their songs will speak to a lot of our victims for the tributes.
Oh, I think so. I mean, they are, they're just awesome.
I think JJ Hawk left the building.
Yes, they did. But I mean, again, that was really exciting. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited about the whole thing. Like I said, you know, when you first brought the music to me, I was like, I don't know, because musically, I'm kind of a snob. and then, I mean, it was just awesome. It's like, it's a lot more old school rock.
But you can't really put a title or a label on it because there's some that are maybe a little country heavy, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about it is, and I think that really comes from what he was talking about is music from the heart. So it's not really trying to fit a genre. It's not necessarily trying to hit a particular crowd.
Exactly.
You know, it's just good damn music. So that's cool. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and play a snippet of that song that is coming out. What was the name of that song again?
Tainted Destiny.
Tainted Destiny. So this is a little bit of Tainted Destiny by the JJ Hawk Band. And that's where we leave it. Like I said at the beginning, this came out of a night that did not go the way that I had planned, but conversations like this are exactly why we keep pushing into new territory, even when it gets messy, because sometimes that's where the real moments truly are. I've got a lot of respect for what Joe and the band are building. Not just the music itself, but the way that they've chosen to use it. Being willing to tie their work to something like the victim tributes. That's not a casual decision. That's a real contribution. And it's one that carries weight. You heard some of their music throughout this episode. If it connected with you, you can find the JJ Hawk Band anywhere that you listen to music. Go spend some time with it. There's a depth there that is worth hearing for yourself. They're also active on social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and as you listeners know, we've been working together on a few things, including a Father's Day giveaway. There's a guitar involved, there's some merch, and lots of other things that we're going to be rolling out. So if you want in on that, make sure that you're following both the band and Dark Dialogue, and keep an eye out for posts and episodes that contain the entry details. We always keep it straightforward, but you've got to be plugged in to catch it. Now, as always, I appreciate you being here, spending your time with us, and supporting what we're building, both on this side and alongside the people that we choose to work with and that choose to work with us. So we'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe and keep the dialogue alive.
Every doubt they tried to plant never stopped what I became.
Let them talk, let them pretend. I don't need the past to mend. I move ahead without regret. No permission, no defense. I cut the thread, I change the scene. This future isn't theirs to me. No, they call it fate, I call it a lie. A crooked road they designed. Every mark they left on me won't decide my identity.
If this path was set to end me, I'll rewrite it relentlessly. I don't answer to what's behind me. This is my tainted destiny.
No crown to claim, no curse to wear, no borrowed weight I have
I call it a lie. I crossed the line and stayed alive. Every scar still speaks to me, but it won't